I'm going to start off with my eyebrows. I am going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade in medium brown. So I'm going to go ahead and just start filling in my eyebrows. With that, I'm grabbing a little bit and then I like to kind of wipe it off with the paper towel, just so I don't have a lot of product on my brush and I can slowly build it as I go. And then I always start at the very beginning of my brow and then I bring it towards the outer. Just following my brow shape, like so. And in San Sable. And I'm just grabbing a little bit and just taking my time and blending it out using circular motions and whipper wiper motion. Just taking my time. So now I am going to go ahead and take like a smaller brush and I am going to go into that same palette and I am going to go into the shade Hidden Desert, and again it's from the same Pure Festival eyeshadow palette, and I'm just going to go a little bit underneath from where I applied that orangey shade. And more into the actual crease. Same thing onto the other eye. Brush right here, and I'm gonna go into the shade All Night, and it's a very dark brown, and I'm just gonna apply that in the outer V of my eye and slowly build it up. Then I am taking this neutral brush that has no product, and I'm just blending everything together to kind of help clean everything up, and then just kind of blend all the colors together since I am applying a few different shades onto my lid. Just to help avoid any harsh lines or anything like that. So I always like to keep like a clean brush on deck to help with this part here. I just think this shade is so beautiful. It looks really nice. So I think for today I am going to use, I think I want to use these, or actually, okay, so now I have flash glue on my lashes. I'm going to go ahead and put these off camera only because of my whole setup that I have here. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop these on real quick, and I will be right back. Alright, lashes are on, and I'm honestly feeling these lashes. The ones that I originally wanted to use, I'm so sad. I was trying to pick off the glue, and I cut off like a whole chunk right here. So, I'll have to get new ones of those. Anyway, so I went ahead and I popped different ones on. I actually got these off of an individual person that actually makes her own lashes. So definitely check her out. Her Facebook name is Lavish Lashes by Andrea. And I am using the style #glamorous. So these are super full, super pretty. And I just feel like it honestly makes the whole eye look pop, complete, for real. Anyway, okay, back to the head. And then I am going to go ahead and just highlight my brow bone. I am going to go into a different palette though. I'm not going to use the one that is on here because this is more, like the ones on here are more of a gold tone. And I kind of want something a little bit brighter than that. So I'm going to go into my Violet Voss Essentials palette shade. Super pigmented. And I love how it highlights. Like, look at that. And enough for both eyes. Since it is a glittery shade and it does tend to kind of have a little bit of fallout, which is okay because all you gotta do is clean it up when you're done. And voila. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry, and while I let that dry, I'm going to go in with my liquid eyeliner. Liquid eyeliner as opposed to the lash band. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing to the other eye. And I'm going to go ahead and prime my face using my POREfessional by Benefits. Alright. And then I'm going to go ahead and get one of my flat face brushes like this one. And then I am going to have that ready because I am going to go into 2 different foundations. This one's a little beat up, but it's the Wet n Wild Stick Foundation in the shade Buff Beige. I still kind of have to mix my foundations to get my right shade because I'm still a little tan from summertime, even though this weather is changing and it's not as sunny or hot anymore. I still am a little tan from it, and that is okay with me. And then I'm going to go ahead and mix my Born This Way foundation in the shade Golden. I'm going to go ahead and put it on my, like right here on my hand. And then with that brush, I'm just going to pick it up and go on top of that Wet n Wild foundation that I just used. I'm just going to go ahead and blend that out with this, and then since it is like a stick foundation, it does tend to dry a little bit faster. So I'm just blending it out really quick, and then I will go in with my Beauty Blender, dampened Beauty Blender. So if it looks a little cray, it's okay. It'll come together. And I don't ever really use a brush. I know people use brushes to try and get more of full coverage. But I don't know, I just feel like that just doesn't really work for me. Okay, now that that is done, I'm going to go ahead and grab my stippling brush. This stippling brush I've had for a few years now, and it's like my absolute favorite brush. It's by BH Cosmetics. It's in the number 9, and then this is honestly like my go-to brush. I just like to make sure that my foundation is blended out and just looks really flawless. I don't really wear too much foundation anyway, only like mainly on the weekends, and even then I'm like, oh, maybe I'll do it Saturday, and then Saturday comes around and I'm like, you know what, like I don't know if I really want to, but when I do like to get all dolled up and cute, I will go in with some makeup. And I just take this and I honestly just blend everything even more. Like I said, I don't like to have any harsh lines or anything like that. I like to make sure that everything looks nice and well blended. Okay, and then I will go back in with my beauty blender to kind of go over everything that I just did with the stippling brush, like so. Go in with the shade All Night and Hidden Desert that I had used for my eyes, and that's what I'm going to be applying on the lower lash line. I'm getting a little bit more of All Night just to kind of put towards the outer corner of my eye. And then it's like a gradient effect of the darker shade with that orangey shade. Okay, so now that I finish applying those shades on the bottom lash line, I'm going to go ahead and highlight the inner corner of my eye, and I'm going back to that Violet Voss Essentials palette, and I'm going to go ahead and pick up that same shade that I did to highlight my brow bone, which is that shade Cream, with that same brush. And I'm going to go ahead and bring it in towards my lash line to kind of meet with that shadow, the brown shadows there, to kind of keep brightening up that under eye area and that eye in general. I always like to do that. And now that that is done, I am going to go in with some cream contouring. I'm going to go ahead and use the shade Espresso by the brand LA Girl. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit onto my hand like so. And then I'm going to pick up another brush like this one. Dab a little bit of that product onto that brush. And then just kind of blend it out on my hand. That's fine. And then I will go ahead and just kind of start. I always like to outline it first, like this. And then I'll start blending. And I like to go all around first, and then I'll come back to each specific area and take my time blending it out. But to start, I just kind of like to go ahead and start blending everything right away, just so it doesn't get dry or anything like that. And then I'll bring whatever is left onto the bottom part of my jawline like this. And then, like I said, I'll go ahead and start blending and taking my time onto each side. And get your stippling brush ready, girl, because we're going to go ahead and use that again once I'm done with this. I feel like the stippling brush will always be like a key item of mine to keep using, because I absolutely love it. And then we're going to go ahead and go in with that stippling brush to help diffuse the harshness there. That's why a little bit of product goes a long way. But you know, if you like it that way, then go for it. Flicking off my hairs because they always get in the way. See the difference? That stippling brush, for real. I will not be using any blush, but I will go in with some highlighter. And the one that I am using, I actually think I got this in my Ipsy or in my BoxyCharm. Can't remember which one it was, but it was one of those. And I am so sad because it broke. So I am holding on to it, still going to use it until it's all gone, but it's literally all powder now. So grabbing that, tapping off the excess just with a regular blending brush. And I'm just going in the highest parts of my cheeks. Can't remember which one it was, but it was one of those. And I am so sad because it broke. So I am holding on to it, still going to use it until it's all gone, but it's literally all powder now. So grabbing that, tapping off the excess just with a regular blending brush. And I'm just going in the highest parts of my cheeks. And then I'm going to go back in with that stippling brush again and just blend it out even more to make sure that it just flows and it looks good, blends in nicely into the skin. Listening to some throwbacks. Back to like when Bow Wow was like, woo, you know. Anyway, okay, that one's good. I'm the type of person that when I'm doing my makeup, I have to make sure I have really good music that I like. So now I'm going to go ahead and just get my eyelash curler. I like to curl my lashes with the fake lashes with my real lashes. Can get a little tricky because these are pretty long, but I got it. And then I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Colossal Waterproof Mascara to pop onto the lower lash line. I'm going to let that dry and then I'm going to go in with another coat. So I will be right back. Okay, now that that's dry a little bit, I'm going to go in and use a little bit more. Because I feel like I have to make them pop since my lashes are like out there, like, hey, I'm here. And for lipstick, I am going to go bold and go with the red. I am not going to line my lips with the lip liner. I'm just going to go ahead and go straight in with this Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit in Missy and Fierce. I'm just going to go ahead and pop that on. I think it looks really pretty. It looks nice, and I feel like it's perfect for like a night out, date night, whatever you're feeling it, girl, do you. I really do like how it turned out, and I just think the red lipstick honestly pops, even though I went a little bold on the eyes as well. But you know what? We're going bold tonight. We are stepping out of our comfort zone and feeling confident, and that is all I have. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial on how I got this, or how I created this look. And please stay tuned for more. I do have more in store. I do have other ideas that I want to go ahead and create and go ahead and put on this platform. It took me a while to actually get to this point. I guess, yeah. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you would wear something like this out. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, bye.